Bonjour, voici vidéo 10E, I was going to say 10, 10E, devoir, pouvoir, and vouloir. We talked about these in class on Monday, but we'll go over them in a little more detail and do an activity together. The verb devoir means to have to or to must. The verb pouvoir is to be able to or can, and the verb vouloir is to want. But when we put these verbs in the conditional form, and I've given you the conditional stem right here, which is also the future stem, of course, then it kind of softens the verb in order to make requests. Have to becomes should, be able to becomes could, and want becomes would like. So you can use these to soften statements that you want to make. And that's what the next exercise that we're going to do together is all about. So we are on page, à la page 156, exercice J. But first, let's go over the imperfect endings. I gave you the future stems, but let's go over those imperfect endings. I saw in your workbooks that some of you had some confusion with those imperfect endings. Remember that for je, it's AIS, not just IS. And for tu, it's also AIS. And for il, elle, on, it's AIT. For nous, it's IONS. Vous, IEZ. And then this funny one with all the vowels, AIENT. So this is pronounced A, ion, EA, and A. So if we want to get should, I should, we're going to go devrais. That's an R. Je devrais. If we wanted to say you could do something, tu pourrais. What about he would like? He would like something. Il voudrait. Okay, you get the idea. We're going to use that future stem with the R, future stems and conditional stems, because they are the same, always have an R in them. That sets them apart from other tenses that you hear. And then we're always going to be using these imperfect endings. So let's erase those and get on to the exercise. Again, we're doing exercise J on 156. Exercice J à la page 156. La politesse avant toute chose. Politeness in front of everything, all things. Rendez ces expressions plus polies en mettant les verbes au conditionnel. So we're going to make these expressions more polite by putting the verbs into the conditional tense. Peux-tu m'aider? Can you help me? And we're going to soften that. Could you help me? Pourrais-tu m'aider? So we're not going to answer these questions or anything if they're questions. We're going to just simply rewrite in the conditional form. Numéro 1, je veux vous parler. I want to speak to you. And we're going to soften that to I would like. Je voudrais vous parler. I would like to speak to you. Numéro 2, tu dois aider ta sœur. You must help your sister. And we're going to change that, soften it to you should help your sister. So we're going to get tu. VR, tu devrais aider ta sœur. You should help your sister. Numéro 3, nous voulons aller à l'opéra. We want to go to the opera. And we're going to soften that to we would like to go to the opera. We're going to get nous, whoops. Nous voudrions aller à l'opéra. We would like to go to the opera. Numéro 4. Pouvez-vous venir à 5h30? Can you come at 5:30? And we're going to soften that. Could you come? So we're going to get pourriez. Pourriez-vous venir? Could you come? Numéro 5. Vous devez un peu m'écrire. Here's a good example of softening those statements, you must lose a little weight. So instead we're going to soften that, you should. You should lose a little weight. So we're going to get devrait again. Vous devriez, V-R-I-E-Z. Vous devriez, you should, lose a little bit of weight. 6. Voulez-vous ouvrir la fenêtre? Do you want to open the window? And we want, would you like? So we're going to get voudriez. Voudriez-vous ouvrir la fenêtre? Would you like? Numéro 7. Pouvez-vous m'accompagner à la banque? Can you accompany me to the bank? And we want, could you? Again, that request is softened a little bit. Could you? That's double R's. Pourriez-vous m'accompagner? Could you accompany me? Et numéro 8. Peux-tu téléphoner au pharmacien? Can you call the pharmacist? And we want to soften that to could you? Could you telephone to him? Could you call him? And that was tu. Let me look back here. Yes. Tu. And then we're going to get the same stem here. Pourrais. Pourrais-tu téléphoner au pharmacien? Could you call the pharmacist? Okay. That in a nutshell is those three verbs, vouloir, devoir, and pouvoir, in the conditional to soften requests and also just to say should, could, and would like. That's the end. Au revoir.